I've got some cheap stuff that's good. Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. It's Rebecca. Thanks so much for clicking on this video. And yeah, let's get right into it. I have some really cheap makeup, or I should say affordable makeup, that is new or just discovered, and I'm excited. So I wanted to share already what is applied to my face because it's not drugstore, it's from Salt, New York. They are a company, small indie brand. They do cream products. These are phenomenal. So I thought I was buying the little palette thing that came with it, but instead I had to dig out some other magnetic pan I had. But they come in these individual pans and you can, mix and match. So these are the Sneaky Skin Tints in N11 and N12, and oh my gosh, they are so good. So this is N11 and it's perfect to my complexion. I love that it almost has kind of a grayish, it's very neutral. It doesn't have a lot of yellow. It doesn't have too much blue, it's perfect. So I am just wearing this. I put it on with my finger. And actually, no, I apologize. I put it on with my Merit brush. This is such a good brush for so many cream products. And I just wanted to kind of play with it. And then I've got the bronzer and the taupe contour. And they are so good. They have a slip to them. So they're cream, but they're not sticky or tacky. They just have kind of this slip. So you could even wear it by themselves without powdering. I feel like I'm going to powder, but I honestly feel like I could just walk out the door and not powder and I would not feel greasy. My order took a long time to get to me, so I don't know if that's typical for them because they are such a small company. Maybe it takes them a little while to fulfill and they have to do things in batches. So do keep that in mind. But I used Kate the Great's discount code. So I'm sure she wouldn't mind if I put that below and you used it too. But they are a really cool company, a great founder and creator for Salt, New York. And they are super friendly for sensitive skin like me. So yeah, no rosacea triggers here. I feel like my face just looks really good. It doesn't look like foundation. This literally is oh, you have your just skin like makeup. Right? Concealers. I really enjoy this number 7. You guys, let's be real. I enjoy a lot of concealers, but drugstore concealers, I just want to show you my table right now. These are drugstore, so I have 4 drugstore concealers on my table, plus I have, oh my God, I forgot one. I have 5, 2, yeah. So, and then I have at least 3 high end. I'm constantly using concealer. And I like basically all budgets of concealers. So I'm if I find the most magnificent concealer and it's $40, okay. But you know how much I love the CoverGirl Simply Ageless, but I gotta say, for some other choice of, if you want to go a different route, this number 7 Hydra Luminous, this is a dark circle corrector. It has a really good neutral shade. I like how number 7 shades work for my skin. I just feel like it really does a nice job of hydrating, getting rid of dark circles. It's thin enough where you don't feel like it's going to be cakey, but it also has enough coverage. And yeah, and I think this could be maybe something you choose to not powder, but I'm gonna powder. So this powder is by Well People. You can buy this in a number of different locations, from Target to I think there's Thrive Market has it on their website, and some other natural stores, vitamin places, Whole Foods. This is a baked universal powder, and it is gorgeous. It's a little pricey for drugstore, but it is so good if you want a dupe for like the Westman Atelier. What was the other one I was thinking of? Chantecaille. Like there are so many powders that this could dupe for, because it is, one, talc free, which I know so many people are excited about that. Two, it's cruelty free, and it has such a soft finish. And I'm going to take a flocked sponge and just sponge it right there. Sponge it, powder it right there. And then I'm going to take a fluffy powder brush, just so you can see either one works good. Okay, so it's a very simple no powder powder. You can use this as a kind of, kind of a highlight. It's not a highlight, but you can use it as like a finishing powder. You can use it to set. It really is a wonderful product that is truly universal because it's so translucent, anyone can use it. And yeah, I just like that it's more affordable than some of the other, like I feel like clean makeup and, you know, like the Atelier, Westman Atelier, is that what it is? You know, just like some of the other high-end powders that really make you feel like, ooh, I should probably buy that because maybe it's just better. Yeah, like this is very, very nice. And while we're at it, let's talk about the bronzer that Well People makes. This one is called Golden Hour. I'm not sure if they have another shade. This was the only shade I saw. I don't think this is like one of my favorite bronzers ever, but if you still want to look for, you know, this kind of whole situation of talc-free and cruelty-free and different things like that that might mean something to you, this is a really nice product. It's an interesting shade because it has blondes where it's blush and bronze together, so it has like this, a little bit of like a sunburn. You know what I'm talking about. So Rimmel has these cloud paints, Wonder Cloud, and they are a shadow. And this is the shade Foggy Beige. And the thing about Rimmel sometimes on my eyes is that, I don't know why, but they can sometimes be a little irritating. So I don't always talk about them. But these are very unique because they have a matte finish, but not not thick matte, and they're thin. They're so thin. Another one, they're very whipped. So this brand here from l.o.c.k, this is also a liquid eyeshadow, and it too is kind of a whipped matte feeling, and I really like this. This is almost looks like, oh, is that a blush? No, it's an eyeshadow. And it blends out, not too thick. So you can kind of do a wash on your eyelids, and it's got some really good staying powder. It's got some really good staying power. I actually have taken a second look at the Burt's Bees cream shadow in the pots, and I've decided I like them. I didn't love them at first when I first tried it because I thought they were a little too creamy. I wanted a more punch, more like intensity, but I've changed my mind because I actually like the subtlety that they give. Because I think if you're looking for just like a nice wash of something kind of bronze, something kind of brownish, rose gold, they're really pretty. Yeah, I'm gonna put this on my bottom lid, my eyelid. Yeah, and look, it's so nice. It's just a really pretty color. This one is the Rose Cream. It has almost like just a champagne. There is one that is even more ivory. It's the Caramel Buttercream, which I do like. And then if you want to go, here, let's go up one more. So this one is the honey caramel, and I really like this. I think I've shared this in other dupe videos. It's still kind of a mid-tone, not terribly, terribly dark. You can really get a lot of use out of it all over the lid. I think the thing that makes me go, these aren't my favorite, is because I don't think they layer well on top of each other. I think once you put one down, you're not really going to get the intensity of another one on top of it. So they are one and done. But this guy right here, the l.o.c.k shadow, again, I don't know what shade this is. So it's so thin and velvety. I am going to put it out here. Our high school marching band is like down the street practicing, and I can hear them. I think the wind carries different directions, I can hear different things. I think the l.o.c.k product actually does build. Something for brows that I always forget to talk about, but that I'm like, I really like this. It's this Ulta Brow Wax Pencil. e.l.f. makes one too, but I never can find it, so I'm always afraid, are they discontinuing it, you know? So this one, this brow wax one from Ulta, works so well. I find that if I do it first, kind of intensifies whatever brow product I want to use. And this is this Feel God. This is the, or Feel Good. I don't know how it's pronounced, but it's from Amazon, and it's a universal shade brow pencil, and I actually really like it. But I always seem to share something new for brows, and I don't want to confuse you guys. Everything else that I've ever loved, I still love. Okay. I'm having a hard time deciding if I like the Easy Breezy CoverGirl brow or the Maybelline brow. And I mean, I'm really kind of loving them both. I think the CoverGirl one, if you find it on Amazon, it's cheaper. And CoverGirl is cruelty-free. This happens to be the Maybelline Brow Fast Sculpt. And I do like the light brown, well, it's shade 255, because sometimes when I pick taupe or blonde, it's a little too pale. So I like having a little more, yeah. I'm gonna take my little trick. Do you remember this? The Black Radiance, the HD corrector, and this is the shade Dark, and it's so perfectly neutral, and I take the excess off the brush and I carve out my contour for like a no makeup, no shadow. Just blending. Should we do a little more powder right here? Surprise, nothing new. Maybelline, my Lash Sensational, and Essence Princess Lash, which I picked the pink one, the Curl and Volume. I like all of them, but I kind of do things as, you know, I feel. And this guy here from e.l.f. I found at Ulta, and it is a iridescent it's a balm, and they kind of are making it like, oh look, this is a moisture stick, but it's also highlight. So I'm like, okay. And I think it's kind of cooling. It doesn't have, I don't think it has anything triggering in it. They did have some other shades, but I feel it, like I can feel how cooling and kind of like a gel. So I'm not sure. It really doesn't leave a lot of, you're not seeing product very much on, it's not much makeup. It's a very nice hydrating stick. So this may or may not be something you want. I think if you've already picked up, on my suggestion, the Milani Supercharged, you might find that one's better just because there's not only moisture, but a bit of like, oh look, I can see a really pretty soft luminosity going on there. So I'm still a fan of this. I'm gonna show you some lip products, and then I'm gonna do my mascara and come back and show you the rest of the lips. All right, so I have two velvety matte lip products to share, and this is from Profusion. This is called Perfect Pout. And then back to that l.o.c.k brand, this matte lip I am really loving, and I think it's called Light Move or something like that is the shade. So I'm gonna play around with that, or like show you, but after I do my mascara. Mascara. So I forgot this essence. This is the Lash Princess liner, and I picked up brown. Look at this cute thing. It reminds me of like a new marker you get for school when you're a kid, and it's kind of short here. And this is the shade. It's not terribly dramatic, you know. I love a brown liquid liner. How cool is that? I'm gonna actually line my lower lash line because it's not too dark and it's liquid, so it's going to stay. Isn't that crazy? Like, I never would say, you should line your lower lash line with liquid liner. But I find that, look at that, that is not, right? That is not too dark. You could never do this with black. And even some brown ones are a little too intense, but I think that works. Lips. Profusion Perfect Pout, this one right here. Berry pumpkin spice. This one's a little liquidy. I really do like this formula and this shade. Here, you know what I might do? I might do both. Yeah, the l.o.c.k one is great. The Profusion one is great. Let's do Profusion. I don't know if you, I don't think it's supposed to be shaken or stirred. I am wearing the Koki liner in nude. Bought it at Rite Aid, actually. You can get it at on Amazon. Let's see if this one looks good. Okay. Oh, that's kind of nice. Little ombre. Cool. I didn't go into this going, I'm gonna do a no makeup, but apparently this is kind of how it turned out. Like I said, some old favorites, some new discoveries, some drugstore, some not drugstore, but still affordable. and well worth your effort or exploration. So I will list everything below. I love these. These are just such great staples in my makeup collection. If you want to subscribe, guess what? It's easy and free. You just hit the button. You can even hit the bell and get notified when I post. All right, well, I hope you're well. Take care. I'll see you next time. Bye.